Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. Such scenes here, a sea of team colours, songs ringing down from the stands. The tone is set for the 90 minutes ahead. And already we're underway here. I think that's a corner. Yes, it is. And we have our very first corner. And the shot! They want to be quick to recover this. Oh, here's a chance! Oh, he's managed to get himself offside.
These early exchanges have been frenetic. Looks like we have a proper game on our hands, Peter.
And he's gone looking for safety. He won't be happy with that one. And it's Owen. Great ball if he can get there. Chance! De Bruyne with the clearance. Cristiano Ronaldo. And he's there to belt it away. Taken back almost at once. He's played him through. He's got space in the area. Deftly away. Fires from distance. And that will sail harmlessly past.
No, it's a fair attempt. I think he felt he could line one up there. The odds were never really in his favour.
Havertz. Now that looks a decent ball. Van Dijk gets rid without sophistication.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
That's a decent clearance. And now a sudden speculative strike. And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Barcelona have their second corner now. Van Dijk gets it away. Driving through the middle.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. And he thumps it clear. And he's managed to get rid. Costa Curta, pass somewhat off target. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. And here's Batistuta. There's the hit! Neither side giving way, it has been tight. Rodri. Oh, a delicate chip through. Keeper's ball. Oh, nicely intercepted. And they're not going to make any further progress now.
There will be 1 minute at
No,
a
that's
time.
been intercepted. That is good alertness. Well, that's beautifully weighted. And that'll be the last act of the first half. Well, it has been a half largely of could-haves and should-haves. Perhaps the more impatient amongst the supporters will feel they're overdue a goal, but it's certainly not for the want of trying, so nothing to show as yet. At the break, it's 0-0. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Yeah, it's a half that's had a limp finish after a decent start, so the manager has to re-energise and re-enthuse his players to come back out pumped.
Interesting half, just missing goals, so don't be surprised if the second half brings a change to the scoreline at the break, 0-0. And we are already promptly back underway.
Well, I can imagine both managers have been in the ears of the players. They want more. Let's hope the game comes to life sooner rather than later.
And that's definitely not his best.
That's well played. He knew he had to mop that up.
And it's Messi. Oh, super find. Costa Curta gets it away. And here's Van Nistelrooy! And he has kept it out somehow.
Van Nistelrooy really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
It's their second corner of the game. Barcelona are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
The attendance for this match was 72,300.
And they're back on the ball again. Not the most accurate pass. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution.
And that interception was Havertz! Davids getting this one clear. And he welcomes it in.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
They're back in possession and ready to go again. And he gets rid in a hurry. Now it's Mbappe. Lobbed in behind. That's really well cleared. Mbappe. Oh, that looks a good ball through. He's had a hit! Sticks it away! That could turn out to be a huge, huge goal!
Well, you can see what it means to all of them. A frustrating game, but now they have what they wanted, and are rightly pumped and ready to go again. Well, his movement is all based on fine margins, and the timing of his run then was ideal.
So the first moment of real significance.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
No way through there. And they've got rid.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now. That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. Belletti. Gabriel cuts it out. Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. Saliba. He can run onto that. And he's run. Can he finish? Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Mbappe deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Quite a game, and one that was always on a knife edge until the very final whistle. No shortage of endeavour, effort. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. And the matchday noise at this place is truly special. The pride, the passion, it adds to a massive sense of occasion. And we're underway. Well, down the years, of course, Argentina have produced some of the greatest striking talent ever, and Gabriel Batistuta embodies that.
Yeah, he does. And in terms of out-and-out goal-scoring centre-forwards, I can't recall much better.
So you fancy him to score today?
I would think there's an extremely good chance.
Dealt with nicely by the defence. Played back towards his own goal.
He's got no choice here. He had to go backwards.
Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only
He's going for goal! Too close for comfort. Well read, nice interception. Costa Curta. Looking for the runner. De Bruyne showed plenty of zest. And he's let fly! Decent hit and on target. And we have our very first corner. He gets big! And he's done it! Oh, whose goal is that? Big deflection. That's one for the dubious goals panel.
Goal! After 17 minutes.
So we have our breakthrough.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
That's headed upfield. Yamal in acres of space out wide. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And he was alert to it. That's really well cleared. Costa Curta. Neymar. Van Dijk can get it clear. Cristiano Ronaldo. Belletti. Well, that's been cut out, well played. Beckenbauer. Oh, given away. Goalkeeper's ball. Costa Curta. That's a little off target. Davids. Bit of a communication breakdown there, it seems. Oh, we expected better, and so did he.
Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
And he was quick to react. Taken off it pretty forcefully.
There will be one.
We are into overtime. He won't be happy with that one. And there's the end of the first half. Steady, solid, and for now, where they want to be. Just one goal, and they have it. Good effort from both sides, but at half-time, it is 1-0.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Sticks it away! They are right back in business.
Well, we're all back to square one, but I hope this game opens up from here. It looks as if it could happen. That looks like a preconceived plan. Win the ball and then unleash.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Yeah, it's a very good contest with two very good sides, and with such great individual talent on show, it could go either way.
Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Cristiano Ronaldo. He's had it taken off him. De Bruyne is sporting a guilty look after that.
Yeah, the idea was right. The delivery wasn't. They can revisit that further on.
The attendance for this match
No,
was
no way through.
71,550.
And it's De Bruyne. Has a shot! That was mighty close.
Substitution on the field. Number 7, Cristiano
So time for
Ronaldo.
change, and
Number
this one has been
4,
on the cards for a little while.
Beckenbauer. Number 3, Van Dijk.
Can he get it through? So Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to...
And the shot! They've done it! And again they hit the front. Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Well, I think he was saying to his teammates, how dare you doubt me?
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Costa Curta. And it's Messi. And that's been won straight back. And here's Neymar. And they've got rid. That'll be a throw-in. Messi looks to get on the end of this.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Well, there's the clearance. Well, this man's contribution is, as you would expect, proving terrific.
Well, having that sort of player in your side is reassuring because the rest of the team knows he can make his influence count at any stage. It's simply part of his package. When he really wants to, this fella scores.
Played back in. Van Bouten attempts a clearance. That has been cut short.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
There will be 3 minutes
Neymar.
time.
He's shifting through the gears here. Cannavaro with the clearance. And they're quick to... Oh, that's ambitious. Cannavaro clears. And that may well be that. That is that. Well, this was a game they could so easily have won on another day, but alas, that wasn't to be, and they go down by the odd goal. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Well, the game plan for me just looked...
Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. And the matchday noise at this place is truly special. The pride, the passion, it adds to a massive sense of occasion. The action has already started. Ball is over the line. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Now it's Ferran Torres, played in early. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. And it's Van Nistelrooy. It's a pretty loose pass. Otto getting this one clear. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. He won't be happy with that one. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference? It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Goal! And that really is so impressive.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
After 17 minutes is number 7.
So we have our breakthrough.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
Well, that's been cut out, well played. That's really well cleared. And the pass is intercepted. And that has been knocked clear. That's a nicely measured pass. Header! Oh, that was no routine save.
Van Nistelrooy really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And we have our very first corner. Van Nistelrooy!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Played back to the goalkeeper. Oh, quick thinking by the keeper, he did well. Oh, that's fabulous. Batistuta! A real chance and a real let-off.
What a fabulous run. OK, it didn't come off in the end, Peter, but that would surely spark some kind of response from those around him.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Rice. That pass has been well intercepted. Rice. Davids gets rid without sophistication. It'll be a throw-in. And it's De Bruyne. Well read, nice interception. Van Nistelrooy. And through to the goalkeeper. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. And he cuts out the supply.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
The less said about that pass, the better. That's a decent clearance. Belletti. De Bruyne. There's the shot! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And this could be the final action of the first half. Can he finish? It's in! 2 up now, and they are cruising.
Look, there just wasn't much of a gap to begin with, and to find it, I think It was a fine drive, and I don't think the keeper could have really planned for that. I think he's a bit...
And there's the end of the first half. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, it's looking pretty straightforward, Peter. They've got themselves into a very good position, so why dither from here when they can repeat their first half success with another show of strength?
It has been a remarkable contest, decorated by goals, and 2 between them at half-time. Here we go again then. No reported change to either side during the break. And that is a little undercooked. Vinicius Junior. Can he get onto this? And he's managed to gift it back. No way through.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Otto. Bergkamp. Ferran Torres. And the shot! It's anyone's ball now. Oh, the referee's got a decision to make here. What's he going to give? No, the referee's judged that the offence took place outside the area. De Bruyne is being told in no uncertain terms that this will be his final warning.
I don't think you need to be an expert lip reader to know what's being said here.
Dealt with nicely by the defence. He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. Pass somewhat off target. That's a throw. Davids being hounded, manhandled at times.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down.
Vinicius Junior! Oh, surely that deserved better.
It's easy to say it, but difficult to stop it when runs in behind are being made like that. They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
Otto kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And he's picked out the run. Goal kick, as confirmed by the referee. De Bruyne. Saliba. This is promising. Cristiano Ronaldo. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Ronaldo showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Now it's Vinicius Junior. Well-timed, excellent interception. Now it's Batistuta. He's looking to set free a runner. That is a brilliant interception. Ahead by 2 and just about into the home straight. Oh, and he's through the middle. Oh, what has happened here? And it's Bergkamp! It's in! And what a climax we have here! A momentary lapse exploited with glee. Sparta Rotterdam give themselves a chance of a fairy tale finish.
Well, who's under pressure now? It's going to require some inspired defending to stop this lot.
Now it's Ferran Torres. And he's being shifted off it. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. And that will be the final act. Well, that was close. Both sides playing their part in a great game of football. A real ride that had all of us glued to our seats. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. And expectations are rising and decibel levels are rising. The noise is quite something. You can feel what football means to the people in this part of the world. We have already started here. Oh, that's fabulous. And it's Sneijder. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Wesley Sneijder. He may be small in size, but he's big on influence, and if he has lively movement around him, he'll find the runners. He's the pivot for all that goes forward.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. It's their second corner of the game. They've played it short. He's having a go! And he's gone looking for safety. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Messi.
Oh, really well played.
He is through here. Messi! They've scored! That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Oh, and he'll shoot here! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Saka clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
So, third corner of the game. Sparta Rotterdam given another corner. So their fourth corner of the game. And he's taking no chances there. And now they can spring out of defence. Taken back almost at once. He won't be happy with that one. Plays a sharp little ball here. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. De Bruyne. Van Dijk gets good distance on it. No, he's not getting past him there. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And it's Schneider.
Look, they're prepared to be quite physical to contain any danger that might come their way. That's just playing it safe and simple.
De Bruyne, Van Nistelrooy, Cristiano Ronaldo. He's got the shot away! It's in! 2 up and threatening to pull clear.
Yeah, the pass was bang on and he just had to ensure he didn't stray offside. The finish was actually bang on too.
So that's 2 now without reply.
We're looking at a very different game now. The command has been established.
He's picked his way through. Davids calmly anticipates. Deftly away. Now it's Saka. Costa Curta with the clearance.
Two added minutes has been indicated.
He could be in here.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Threads one in. He can run onto that. And the first 45 minutes are up. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, it's looking pretty straightforward, Peter. They've got themselves into a very good position, so why dither from here when they can repeat their first half success with another show of strength?
A half of massive entertainment and excitement. A 2-goal margin, yes, but all things still possible. And we're already back up and running after half-time. Rice. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Chance with a header! And it's in! The second half off to a spectacular start!
Sparta Rotterdam clearly executed that with considerable confidence. It only took seconds to score once the ball was recovered.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, I think they probably needed an early goal in this half just to give them the confidence and belief to push on and look for an equaliser.
Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Ah, he made it look.
Shot at goal! It's loose now and they want to get it back. And he's quick to get it clear again.
The attendance
It's
for
going
this
to be
match was
another throw.
72,306.
Well, the goalkeeper's a lucky boy there. Sparta Rotterdam are definitely going about this the right way.
This is a really front-footed approach.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Now it's Rice. Davids. And that pass could be danger here. Well, that is one way to stop him. Rice. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Great hit! Really well taken goal. There seemed no way back, but they are level. Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
No other outcome there. That was bang in the corner, unstoppable.
And he's done it again. He's got his second. We have ourselves a real game here.
Look, Peter, I was on the fence before a ball was kicked, and I still haven't moved.
Costa Curta cuts it out. Odo. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. He's got away. Saka. Deep cross. Saliba clears it away. They're up to 5 corners now. And he's there to clear it. And the volley. And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. The corner count is rising. That's 6. Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in. It's a lucky 7th corner.
Substitution on the field. Number 3, Van Dijk. Number 4, Franz Beckenbauer.
Well, they deserve an awful lot of credit for their commitment to the cause, but it's a goal credit that would be most welcome now.
Number 26, Targets. Number 22, De Bruyne. Coming on the field, number 13, Daniel Van Buiten.
And reclaimed it in a trice.
Cannavaro. Number 23, Pedri. Number 9.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Number 20, Conte. Number 14, Wilshere. Substitution. There will be 5 minutes.
5 minutes to add. Haaland. Keeper's ball. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. There's the whistle, and it is going to penalties.
Well, both managers would have preferred not to go this far, but here we are. It's about nerve control now.
Just a quick
and so they prepare themselves to settle it from the spot. So the ball is placed on the spot. Haaland shoulders the responsibility of the first kick. And he's found the net.
I thought he handled the pressure really well there. His focus cut right through it.
Rice is the next to run the gauntlet. Big character, big moment, big save. This to double their advantage. And that doubles their lead. So down by 2, another miss can be game, set and match. Oh, Cooley does it.
I thought he did really well to hold his nerve then and score that penalty.
This to put them 2 up. Oh, what a save!
Well, it was a possibility of happening like that, the way he was moving beforehand. Very good save.
The third man in the queue.
He knew exactly what he wanted to do there and executed it perfectly.
He steps up to take the 4th penalty. No! Denied remarkably!
Oh, the keeper's done brilliantly to keep his eye on the ball and make such a great save.
Saka is the 4th man to step forward for them. And the keeper's come up trumps.
He was so focused there. Fantastic save.
Pedri is the last of 5 scheduled takers. Oh, it's a really good save.
Well, he had a little look at the goalkeeper and maybe that put him off.
Casillas must keep this out. This is match point. Oh, brilliant. He had to save it, and he did.
He was so focused there. Fantastic save.
Some can barely watch here. Every kick potentially pivotal. That's a good penalty.
You need a very strong mind in those situations. Any penalty that goes in is a good one.
Lest you need reminding, miss this and it is over. Saved it! And that's that! So in the end they just about prevailed. All the emotional torture and travails, worth it in the end.
It is now time for a special.
Well, what a way to finish a long, hard match. Those players can be really proud of their effort to have come out on top. That was far from easy.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for... So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So it's away we go then. Ribery cuts out the pass. He's through, now is he in? And Van Nistelrooy! Oh, he's been caught on it here. Belletti. Oh dear, less said about that pass the better. Taken back almost at once. And they're not going to make any further progress now. And he's cut it out. Oh, easy pickings there. Now who's going to be first to this? And he'll shoot here. Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Great ball if he can get there. Cristiano Ronaldo! Goal! The breakaway clinical and clean, and the finish unerring.
That's just brilliant counter-attacking football, and as soon as possession was theirs, it triggered a move of devastating speed that was just too hot to handle.
Oh, that is asking for trouble. And Van Nistelrooy! They've scored! And again, they simply do not know what has hit them. Well, there was to be no other outcome. Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. And we have in front of us this gloriously imposing arena, Absolutely perfect for a game of this nature. So it's away we go then. Adams gets over and intercepts.
Well, Peter, this is a game where I really don't think I need to spell out who I'm expecting to provide the sparks. The name is Diego Maradona. Not just footballing royalty, I think what's more appropriate is godlike.
Yeah, the name itself strikes fear into the heart of opponents.
What a player.
And he's gone looking for safety. Maradona. Kvaratskhelia. Well read, and the danger is averted. And he's there to get it away. And here's Maradona. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Great ball if he can get there. Deftly away. Fenerbahce have got it back and they'll have another go.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Belletti.
Yeah, we're actually currently watching a contest of insipid probing. The only way is up, I hope.
And that was very necessary. And they're quick to get it back. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Saliba spots it and intercepts.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Van Nistelrooy. Kvaratskhelia. Couldn't squeeze it through. Well, that looks a cracking ball. Great hit! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Looking for the run. Oh, easy pickings there. And here's Mbappe. It's a throw-in. And here's Neymar. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. And there is the half-time whistle. And as if we needed reminding, no easy games at this level, and that is proven here. Neither side any further forward from where they were 45 minutes ago, but it is far from lethargic, far from slow, highly engaging, but goalless. An engrossing half, but we're still where we started, 0-0. And we are already promptly back underway.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Rodri wins the duel this time. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. Messi in acres of space out wide. Well, if you did take an extended half-time break, you'll be relieved to hear that you have missed nothing. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Maradona. And there's green grass ahead of him. And he's managed to get rid. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Cristiano Ronaldo. Messi. Very few chances to talk of, Jim. Defence is, it seems, on top here.
Yes, 0-0 and little promise of a goal due to the shot-shy nature of this contest, but I'm not giving up on it. There's plenty energy on the pitch, not to give up hope just yet.
Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution.
That is good alertness. He is through here. Tries a shot! No mistake! That could turn out to be a huge, huge goal!
Well, you can see what it means to all of them. A frustrating game, but now they have what they wanted, and they're rightly pumped and ready to go again.
The breakaway clinical and clean, and the finish unerring.
Well, talking about being hit on the break, the ball was in their net before they could even organise their defence. It was fast and furious, and all but unstoppable.
Fenerbahce have broken through. It's 1-0.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, super find. He's through and all alone! There's the shot! They've done it! 2 up now, and they are cruising.
Yeah, the pass was bang on, and he just had to ensure he didn't stray offside. The finish was actually bang on too.
2 up and very little time left. Surely this is it.
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character to respond from that.
2 added minutes has been
He is slightly undercooked, that one.
Quality deserted them when they really needed it.
And that is that. In the end then, no joy. Not for the want of trying, not for the want of running. Simply they were... Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. And we have in front of us this gloriously imposing arena, absolutely perfect for a game of this nature. So it's away we go then. And he was quick to react. David Villa, he might be in here. Decent hit! Big moment! Massive goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
He weighed up the landscape, Peter, and he stuck it bang in the corner.
So, a breakthrough already.
Davids. Van Nistelrooy. Passing is crisp and sharp. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
Oh, that's a key interception.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Messi. David Villa, who's set up one goal so far. Has a look and has a go.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Oh, that's fabulous. And the shot! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Corinthians with the corner, they're first. Adam, header! That's a half-decent try. Messi. Maradona looking to add to his goal. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution.
David Villa receives it in a good position here. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, strongly challenged there.
There will be one
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Corinne. And the first half is done. So the end of the first half, both teams have had their moments. There's been no shortage of talking points, but there has been just one goal, and that is the state of it at the break. 1-0.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about. So an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
And the action is back on the way.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Van Dijk with the clearance. He's shifting through the gears here. And here's De Bruyne. They're back in possession and ready to go again. Beckenbauer gets rid without sophistication. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
The attendance for this match was 71,898.
Well, this is exactly the approach they have to take now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Oh, this looks sharp. Now it's Batistu, and the shot! Oh, that was no routine save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Corinthians have their second corner now.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, the stats are pretty telling here. It's hard to argue with the scoreline when you carry so little threat.
David Villa! Decent strike, kept it fizzing low.
I actually like to see that in shots at goal when there's a noticeable effort to get over the ball and keep it down.
Scholes. David Villa. That's a lovely, neat pass. Vicario can claim that.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. And it's De Bruyne.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now. That's just playing it safe and simple.
No way through there. Caught offside that time. The final moments of a game that has been pretty compelling overall.
All they need is one big chance, and it may do the trick.
Just 5 minutes left. And they're back on the ball again.
Corinthians probably could have killed things off, but they should be okay here. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Just eases him off the ball. Cristiano Ronaldo. And it's hoisted clear. And we're done. Quite a game, and one that was always on a knife edge until the very final whistle. No shortage of endeavour, effort, at times effervescence, but just one goal to show. So what a sight this is. Another edition of this proud competition, just seemingly bigger and better still. Faces, of course, have come and gone, but some things never change. Those first day feelings, new hopes, new expectations, and the belief that maybe, just maybe, this time it will be your turn. And nobody in this atmosphere can hide from the truth about how much this game matters. The scene overflows with colour and passion. And already we're underway here. It is that familiar feeling again, old foes, fresh hostilities. Oh, nicely intercepted. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Yeah, the idea was right, the delivery wasn't. They can revisit that further on.
It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Barella! Goal! Inter! First blood drawn.
That looks like a preconceived plan. Win the ball and then unleash.
Inter Milan have their opener. It is a goal of real significance.
Well, that's changed the mood entirely, as you'd expect, Peter. It'll be fascinating now to see what kind of reaction it will cause.
Well, for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Well, that looks a good ball through. Zaccagni getting this one clear. Batistuta. Now it's Ribery. He's found a way through. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. That's going to go a long way. That's a little off target. Back into the middle. And here's Batistuta! Really well taken goal. And again, they simply do not know what has hit them. Even some of the opposing fans are clapping that. You just have to appreciate it.
Well, the ball flight may be unpredictable, but the predictable part was the technique. It screamed goal all the way.
Inter Milan are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third. We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
Barella, that is a great pick out. Batistuta! Great build-up, it all deserved a better ending.
The timing of the pass and run was exquisite.
Not the most accurate pass. That is ended up in no man's land. Now it's Batistuta. Zaccagni was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. It's a promising position. That's a throw. Hernandez. Kvaratskhelia. Muscular approach does pay off here. Good read, needed to be. Chow attempts a clearance.
They've been denied a chance to develop.
And that'll be the final action of the first half. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, it's looking pretty straightforward, Peter. They've got themselves into a very good position, so why dither from here when they can repeat their first half success with another show of strength?
From all local major stations.
Well, you'd have to say it's a game that has very much lived up to the pre-game expectations. Passions running pretty high, rivals going at each other 100 miles an hour. You wonder whether they can keep this up.
Substitution for Inter, number 28, Benjamin Pavard. Coming on the field is number 13, Amir Rahman.
So off we go once more.
Well, this half might require them to produce a plan A, B and C. Levelling the score is easier said than done, but that will be the target. Get back on terms and then use that momentum to go again.
Çalhanoğlu. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking.
And they win it back again.
And it's Çalhanoğlu. Batistuta.
Great hit! Surely now they are well and truly out of sight. And they are pulling clear here.
Inter clearly executed that with considerable confidence. It only took seconds to score once the ball was recovered.
3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy. He's shifting through the gears here. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. He's picked his way through. Oh, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Zaccagni. Ribéry. Batistuta! He has done it!
It is no contest. It is a landslide.
It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
He went shot a goal. Oh, taken with style.
Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Well, they have a goal, but it is surely too much to hope for a comeback.
And it's Dybala. And he cuts out the supply. Zaccagni. Now it's Martinez. Inter Milan needed that. They really needed it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them. That's just playing it safe and simple.
Into the last quarter of an hour. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Bastoni clears. No way through. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Bastoni promptly onto that, and that is that. Kvaratskhelia showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Batistuta.
A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary.
And they're back on the ball again. Bastoni is sporting a guilty look after that.
The movement was good, but the pass lacked authority, a cause of mild frustration.
And now they can clear their lines. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
He made it look a bit predictable. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Now that's well seen too. Zaccagni. And that's that. Milan have very little in the way of excuses here, simply having no answer to a display that was stunning. So gone are all the practice runs. This is when the teams need to start to give of their best in a bid to go all the way. Tweaking and experimentation now behind them. Margins of error reduced to zero. Peak performance needed to get through these most gruelling and unforgiving of qualifiers. This place is living up to its... Son Heung-min! It's loose. Oh, what has happened here? And the counter is on. Shifted upfield. Hwang Hee-chan. No, he wasn't being taken in by that trickery. And smartly reclaimed.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
And he's managed to get for... He's had a hit! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
It's easy to say it, but difficult to stop it when runs in behind are being made like that.
So it is still 0-0. Aim forwards. Jordan trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game, because you try and absorb in numbers defensively, and then you look to hit it with a long ball quickly on the counter-attack to get your men in behind the opposition defence.
Just looking for that one telling pass. He's in plenty of space here.
What a letdown when you've got such presence and movement.
Just more than 15 minutes till half-time. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Neither side giving way, it has been tight. Kim Min-jae. And he's been shifted off it. Son Heung-min. Goalkeeper's ball. And the first half is done. Truth be told, perhaps it's not the game that many anticipated, but there is lots to be seen in it, lots to be taken from it. Plenty for the key figures to mull over, but it remains goalless.
So it's been even so
What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Yeah, and despite the scoreline, it's clear who the better side is when it comes to chances. If this is the trend that's going to continue, then there's only going to be one winner here, and I don't think it's going to take too much improvement for it to happen.
So we reach the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0. And the game has already resumed here.
Well, I can imagine both managers have been in the ears of the player.
Shot a goal! And that is doing no harm at all. Delicate ball, and it needs to be. Too much on it, and that's the keeper's. Now that looks a decent ball. Well, into the second half, and it's still goalless. Hwang Hee-chan. Nicely aimed pass. Now it's Son Heung-min. The ball has bounced loose now. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And back to the keeper they go. South Korea can breathe again, just.
Oh, super tackle. They were outnumbered and under the cosh. That had to be spot on, and it was.
More and more pressure on the ball here. And that is out of play. Very little to report from an attacking perspective. Jim, it's a cagey old game.
Yeah, I think it's a scoreline in keeping with what we've seen up to this point. Combined attempts at goal aren't high in numbers, and we could do with something to spark this contest into life. Well, the manager must be thinking to himself whether he's got a game changer on that bench, and he needs to act quickly.
Half an hour gone in the second half. And he's taking no chances there.
South Korea showing a good level of intensity at this stage. They're calling on all their resources now.
Rapidly approaching the end. It does seem we're headed for extra time here, unless, of course, there is one last dramatic twist. Still no sign of a breakthrough, which comes as quite a surprise if you consider the gulf in quality between the two teams. That'll be a corner. Tries a header!
Oh, that was no routine save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
There will be 1 minute
Son
added
Heung-min.
time.
Oh, nicely intercepted. That's it, we're going to get 30 minutes more.
Yeah, neither side has anything to show for some splendid effort, and they certainly aren't showing any signs of easing off, so we remain optimistic.
As scores are level after 90 minutes.
So 90
there will now
minutes
be
couldn't
30
produce a
minutes
winner,
of extra
and
time.
we have extra time. Stern test this for the endurance, for the character of the players as we head into extra time. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Kim Min-jae.
There's the shot! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
That's what all good teams do these days. Pressing from the front is highly effective.
And it's Son Heung-min.
Look, it's a run defence's dislike, but the timing has to be spot on.
He's got tall. Oh, that was a brilliant save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Oh, there's a probing ball. Well read, and the danger is averted. Extra time reaches half-time.
If you do have a chance today, please take some
Well,
time
it
out
is
to give
starting
your
to feel
support
as though
to
there
our
is
better
an
stadium
inevitability about penalties here. You'd like to think that both teams still want to win it in the final 15 minutes. The question is, can the players go that far? And so the last chance to find a winner. So, for the last time, who dares...
He's having a go. Oh, good effort. He got plenty on that.
Oh, the technical control was exquisite. The pummeled attempt was exasperating.
Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
That's well blocked, and back out it comes.
Up he goes.
It's anyone's ball now. Oh, good-looking ball. And that could set him on his way.
Oh, shooting chance. Oh, what about that? And that might well be that.
Just the sort of forward pass he's been looking for. Very telling.
After 27 minutes in extra time is number 9.
Jordan take what looks to be a decisive lead.
Well, the last moments now, Peter, are going to be very frantic. There's still time for a twist or two yet. I think we're about to see a frenetic
There will be
finish.
1 minute added
No
time.
half measures from here.
And that is as far as it goes. South Korea are beaten and they are out. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
South Korea really looked like they were just second to everything. Disjointed even. Yeah, it was a high-intensity game,
This is just
and
what we like to
that
see.
may have gotten to some of the players, but even so, it was just disappointing.
So bring it on, fresh, fervent, fevered, how it always was and how it always will be. Feel it, this is where it starts. Whatever your ambitions, a good beginning is the perfect way to get things underway. And we have in front of us this gloriously imposing arena, absolutely perfect for a game of this nature.
It's Cristiano Ronaldo!
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he fit.
There's the shot!
Oh, good effort, he got plenty on that.
That's a great effort. There was very little backlift to indicate what was coming.
Over to the other side.
Okay, I'm probably going to be accused of fullback bias again, Peter, but Giuliano Belletti is someone I see as having a key role.
Your type of player?
Yeah, he's very competent defensively, first and foremost. He knows that's his job, so he's not the type that's going to be constantly rushing up and down the flank at 100 miles per hour.
Beckham! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. No goals as yet. Schick. Souček. Goes looking wide.
Okay, it didn't quite come off. The execution, I think, needs a retry, maybe with a better outcome.
Costa Curta. Belletti. That's Beckham. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Kral. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Now the finish!
And that's caused a worry or two.
Schick certainly could have and should have made more of that.
Davids. Belletti. Beckham. And it's Beckham. Now Costa Curta. Van Nistelrooy. Wilshere. Well, I'm not sure how the stats look in terms of expected goals, but nothing actual has materialised so far. Decent progress down the left. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And it's Messi, played with finesse. Wilshere. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Van Bouten kept his eye on it, and he's there. Wilshere. And the shot's on here. And we've reached half-time. And as if we needed reminding, no easy games at this level, and that is proven here. Neither side any further forward from where they were 45 minutes ago, but it is far from lethargic, far from slow, highly engaging, but goalless. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, Peter, apart from the lack of goals, I really don't think there's much to criticise. I think they've got to keep doing what they've been doing, and eventually they should find a way to the back of the net. Here's hoping for them.
So we reach the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0. So we're just settling back into this second half. Both sides defensively robust up to now. Cannavaro. Beckham. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. 0-0 still. It's a game that needs a bit of life injected. Safal.
The attendance for this match was
No breakthrough and well into the second period. It is still anyone's game. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Costa Curta. Davids. And it's Beckham. For Messi. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Lovely passing, lovely movement as well.
They want to be quick here, it's breakaway time.
Messi really struggling to influence the game.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
Cleared away. Costa Curta attempts a clearance.
Well, they deserve an awful lot of credit for their commitment to the cause, but it's a goal credit that would be most welcome now.
Shot could be on. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside.
Substitution.
Wilshere. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. And Van Nistelrooy! Oh, belter! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! Finally, the deadlock is broken!
What a time to take the lead, but now comes the dilemma of whether you want to hold on or go for it again and try and extend your advantage. That's always been the harder option, in my experience. That looks like a preconceived plan. Win the ball and then unleash.
So the first goal of the game.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
I think we're just about done here. Souček. Played out to the right.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
And he's managed to get free.
2 added minutes.
Oh, what has happened here? Belletti. And we're done. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. Van Nistelrooy claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument.
Make sure to watch the screen for an information.
So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Well, it's just a case of reality striking, Peter. One side through.
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. And expectations are rising and decibel levels are rising. The noise is quite something. You can feel what football means to the people in this part of the world. The action has already started. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Messi. Messi going face-to-face with his great rival. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
A little bias on my part, but Trent Alexander-Arnold is one of the greatest fullbacks around, certainly when it comes to attacking creativity. So naturally, you'll be bound to see him in the final third, where he can get the very best out of his strengths.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. Messi. He's had a shot! Oh, surely that deserved better.
Beautifully worked to take the defence out of the picture, but there'll be no rush to see the replay on this.
That's a promising run he's making on the right. Rice. And here's Saka. Costa Curta. No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. Palmer. And it's a crossfield ball towards the other flank. Palmer. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Very nearly half an hour gone here. Tries to dink it through. Pass is just off target. Palmer. Kane. It's Bellingham. He was under real pressure there. Davids out-muscles him. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. And Messi! That's a half-decent try.
Well, to put it this way, he's probably made better decisions.
Lewis Skelly. Foden. And anyone who's joined us late, I can confirm that in terms of goals, at least you've missed nothing. Now that's well seen too. Messi, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. And it's Belletti.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Belletti is sporting a guilty look after that.
The movement was good.
Messi! Oh, that's magnificent!
Oh, what a superb finish to this first half from a great player. It's lifted the whole mood of the team and indeed the fans, and it should be enough to ensure they go into the break with a narrow but very welcome advantage.
Number 30.
He just absolutely... There's the whistle for half-time. So the end of the first half, both teams have had their moments. There's been no shortage of talking points, but there has been just one goal, and that is the state of it at the break, 1-0.
I think on the whole the team linked up very well and has been organised, hence their position. They can afford to be a little braver with the ball, I think, something they'll be told many times, I'm sure, during the interval.
Leading a cagey game here. It's had its moments, and it's 1-0 at the break. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Well, it's been tight, Peter, but I'm expecting things to open up now and we get some free-flowing football.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Cristiano Ronaldo. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Saka. Rice. Over to the left. Now Foden. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Cristiano Ronaldo. Rice. Still just a single goal between the sides. Saka. Van Bouten. The only breakthrough then came late in the first half here, and that is the difference. And the score is 1-0.
The attendance for this match was 70,000.
And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. And here's Wilshere. Wilshere will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And here's Messi. No, he refuses to take the bait. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Saka in acres of space out wide. Your impression so far, Jim?
I think the manager's pondering his options as to whether to stick or twist Peter in view of the time remaining. He might have a tough call to make now.
And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Skims one. Great hit! It's in! And there's the goal they've been looking for. His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
Number 24, Palmer.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Oh, that looks a cracking ball. It'll be a throw-in.
Substitution for England. Number 11, Phil Foden. Number 4, Rice.
Lewis Skelly gets into
Coming
some
on the
space.
field, number 18,
Corner then.
Gordon. Number 26, Mainu.
And the keeper beats it away. Lovely bit of skill. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
And here's Van Nistelrooy. Messi, now they, and the shot! Yes! And they are pulling clear here.
Well, I think there's a few trying to claim offside, but he looks to have been on. Yeah, he was on.
Number 30, Lionel Messi.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Davids with the foul. Eze. Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. And that will be it. So a real showpiece win. This lot was simply far too